What if the woman who raised Roomie is actually the secret villain of the entire story? And what if the Honmoon at the end of the movie was never actually fixed? Today we're breaking down 9 hidden details in K-pop Demon Hunter that most people completely missed. But first, if you're a Huntrix girl, subscribe and comment Huntrix. And if you're a Saja Boys fan, drop your favorite member's name right now. Let's get into it.
Seline, do hunters kill all demons?
Yes.
So everything that has patterns?
Number 1. Is Seline actually the secret villain? Wait, because this theory changes the entire movie. We've always seen Seline as Roomie's protector, the steady hand, the mentor, holding everything together. But what if that's exactly what she wants everyone to think? Here's where the evidence starts stacking up. Seline was part of the Sunlight Sisters alongside Roomie's mother, Myung. When Myung fell in love with a demon, Seline was the one who ended the father's life, and some fans believe Seline played a direct role in Myung's disappearance too. So, if that's true, Seline didn't raise Roomie out of love. She raised her out of guilt. She's been molding her best friend's daughter into a weapon to fix mistakes she can never undo. And then there's the theory that Myung is actually alive and secretly made a deal with Seline to protect one twin while she took the other into hiding. The woman Roomie trusts most might be the reason her family was torn apart. And the sequel has a lot of explaining to do. Number 2, the Honmoon ending wasn't a victory. Most people walked out of the theater thinking the Huntrix girls saved everything. But if you were watching closely in those final seconds, the movie was quietly telling you something very different. The Honmoon that reappears after Gima is defeated isn't the golden version, it's blue. And in the mythology of this world, that matters enormously. A golden Honmoon means a complete purge of evil, the demon realm sealed and destroyed. But a blue Honmoon, that means the gate is locked, not destroyed, just locked. Something is still on the other side, something that was watching Gima fail, something that makes him look like a warm-up act. The ending wasn't a victory, it was a warning, and the movie hid it in plain sight, in the color of the Honmoon. Number 3, there might be a secret 6th Saja Boy. This one sounds crazy at first, but hear it out. We know there are 5 Saja Boys: Ginu, Mystery, Baby, Romance, and Abby. 5 members. Always 5. Except, during the entry scene for the Soda Pop performance, eagle-eyed fans spotted something that doesn't add up. The shadow of an extra member, right there, and then gone before the performance even starts. Some fans believe this is a secret 6th Saja Boy who slipped in and disappeared before anyone noticed. Others believe it was Gima himself, taking human form to watch his boys perform in the human world and blending into the crowd at exactly that moment. Neither theory has been confirmed, but that shadow is in the frame. It's real, and the movie never explains it. So was that a 6th member, or was Gima hiding in plain sight the whole time? Number 4, Roomie has a twin sister nobody knows about. This theory is backed by concept art, and it rewrites Roomie's entire backstory. According to that concept art, Roomie's mother didn't have one child. She had twins, and Roomie is one of them. Now, here's the interesting part. Roomie is a half-demon, a hybrid, but her twin sister would likely be either fully human or fully demon, not a hybrid. A completely different outcome from the same mother. The first movie never showed the sister, because the makers are saving her for the sequel. And when she arrives, her story connects directly back to everything we already saw. Her past, her struggles, and how she ended up completely separated from Roomie. And then there's the possibility that Roomie's father is still alive. Imagine that family reunion. Roomie, her sister, and a father she thought was gone forever. Fans would absolutely lose it. Number 5, Ginu's eyes were telling us everything all along. This one is subtle, quiet, and it's one of the most beautiful details in the entire movie. When Ginu first appears in his demon form, his eyes are yellow-orange. Then when he shifts into his human form, they turn a completely normal brown. His eyes change with his transformation. That's established early, but then comes the climax. When Gima hits Roomie with an energy blast, Ginu throws himself in front of it, takes the full hit, and in that moment, even though his body is in full demon form, his eyes are brown. Not yellow, not orange, brown. His body was demon, but his emotions for Roomie pulled his human soul completely to the surface. The love was stronger than the transformation. The movie never said that out loud, it just showed you, through his eyes, in a single frame.
Ginu, no!
I'm sorry for everything.
No!
Number 6, Roomie's separate room was genius storytelling. At first it seems like nothing. Before the Golden Song rehearsal, Mira and Zoe share a makeup room, a photo of both of them on the door, and Roomie has her own separate room, just her photo, alone, and most people never asked why. But the reason is one of the smartest directorial decisions in the movie. Roomie is half demon. Her demon patterns are on her body. If she had changed clothes or done her makeup in front of Mira and Zoe, her secret would have been revealed right there in that room. And if that happened, the entire climax would be gone. That shocking moment when her best friends finally find out, destroyed before it could even happen. The director built that twist into a costume detail most people thought was just set design. Roomie's secret was never just kept by Roomie, the whole movie was protecting it. Number 7. Mira and Zoe's betrayal. Hit harder than anyone realized. Everyone talks about Roomie's arc, but Mira and Zoe's reaction to her secret might actually be the emotional center of the entire movie. Because Roomie was born into this. She's a legacy. The Hunter life was practically written into her DNA from the beginning. Mira and Zoe were outsiders who had nowhere else to go. Mira was disowned by her own family. Zoe was navigating her parents' divorce completely alone. Both of them found the Huntrix, and for the first time in their lives, felt like they belonged somewhere. So when they discovered Roomie had been hiding her demon side the whole time, it wasn't just a shocking reveal, it felt like a betrayal by the only family they had ever chosen. That's why their reaction in the climax hits the way it does. It wasn't anger at a secret, it was the feeling of losing a home. Again.
My voice? No.
Number 8. The movie made a mistake and left it in this one is small, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. In the scene where Mira throws an arrow at a photo on the wall, there are other photos visible in the frame. And if you look closely at one of them, the Saja Boys are wearing their traditional black demonic outfits. That sounds normal, except it isn't. Because at that point in the story, the Saja Boys had never worn those outfits in front of the Huntrix girls, even once. Not once. So how would the Huntrix girls have a photo of them in those outfits? There's no explanation, no scene that explains it. The makers accidentally included a frame that reveals something the characters shouldn't know yet, and it ended up in the final cut. Not a theory, not a hidden detail, just a mistake hiding in plain sight. Number 9. The movie was secretly telling you what each girl loves. Okay, this one is lighter, but it's actually impressive how consistently the movie plants this detail without ever drawing attention to it. In the plane scene, Mira is drinking bubble tea. Even when the demons reveal their true forms and chaos breaks loose, Mira is still drinking it, unbothered. And when they arrive at the Huntress Tower, her food stall is stocked with bubble tea. Zoe, on the other hand, was eating chips the entire plane ride. Chaos around her, demons everywhere, chips in hand. Her stall at the tower is packed with bags of them, and Roomie was quietly enjoying kimbap on the plane. Her food stall had a full tray waiting. The movie never announced these as character traits, never highlighted them, just placed them naturally every single time, and let you either notice or miss it completely. 3 characters, 3 foods, 1 consistent detail hiding across every scene. And that's it. 9 hidden details most people walked right past. Which one hit hardest? Seline as the secret villain, the blue Honmoon warning, or Ginu's eyes telling the whole love story silently? Drop your answer in the comments. And if you want more K-pop Demon Hunter theories before the sequel drops, hit that like button and subscribe. We are just getting started. See you in the next one.